What's up, guys?
What is
We're live, and I'm going to test as per usual and see if we are good together. First thing that popped up.
Hell yeah.
Quite a delay, but it's all right.
I was always like that.
All right. So how have you been, Chance?
I've been pretty good since the last time I was here. Just working a lot. Just me and my boss there at the store now, so we're getting my hours in for sure, but things are good.
That's good. Yeah, I'm salary, so putting in the hours doesn't really mean anything for me, unfortunately. But
You know what's crazy?
What?
So the store manager, like the GM at my store, I asked him if he was salary or hourly, and
Yeah.
he said he's hourly.
Oh, well, that's good.
Isn't that awesome?
He probably got offered one or the other.
Yeah, and he was smart and picked out, because sure, there is a benefit to salary. I liked when I was on salary at a few other jobs. I liked the consistency of knowing I know almost to the exact penny what my paycheck is going to be every couple of weeks. So you can,
Right.
that's really good for budgeting and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to be taken advantage of in a salary position.
Oh,
and
for sure.
they almost always do at some point or another.
Yeah.
Whether it's, a culture rule and it's always like that, or oh, it's the busy season.
Yeah.
Sean,
we're doing mandatory overtime.
Right, exactly. Mandatory overtime. That's ridiculous. Yeah, no. That shouldn't be a thing unless you're hourly.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why we're doing this, because then we won't have to worry about that.
Hopefully one day. That's
Yeah.
that's the hope. And if not, at least we have fun doing it.
Exactly. So, one thing that I saw, JJK Season 3 is coming out. What's today? In 2 days.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, January 8th. So,
all right.
It's coming out. It says a double episode launch. So it'll be 2 episodes on Crunchyroll. Which will be, I don't really know. I understand that Gojo and all them are they're still trying to find him and all that stuff, but the world now knows about the supernatural.
Just the sorcerers in general.
Because there used to be, a veil when they would.
Right. And I always love the concept of imagine being just a regular dude walking down the street and you're in downtown of the city that we live in.
Yeah.
And you're just walking down the street, about to go get a cup of coffee, and then buildings just start exploding around you.
Real.
And you have no idea why. You can't see any of it.
And then people around just start transmutating into freaking spirits or curses.
But you wouldn't even see that.
No, not with the veil, but now.
Yeah, but now you would see it. But before, anything that happened to other people around you, I think of if they were affected and started transmutating, they would become invisible.
Just disappear.
Be protected by the veil or whatever.
Yeah, just seeing somebody disappear and be what the fuck is this AI?
Yeah, what? Yeah, so the veil is gone now, so they can actually see what's going on. That's scary.
Yeah, and they've lost an entire city. Basically, it's just a crater.
Yep.
So it's going to be a whole different ball game this next season, since the masses are part of it now. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. It's definitely something that we're going to talk about. You're caught up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to rewatch.
Just rewatch the battle.
I might have to just do that, because I'm I don't actually remember how it ended. I don't remember specifics of what's going on. I just remember how crazy the fight was.
It was very, and I remember talking about this on one of our episodes in the past. It was a very weird transition, in the last episode. They had this major battle, and then all of a sudden everything stops, and the main character, is just, well, actually they come out with these like excerpts, right, in Japanese.
Yeah.
Remember somebody commented on what they mean.
Yeah, and you can,
And
if we watch it in sub, which you probably will have to when it first comes
Probably,
out, you'd get the translation on the screen.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that. But it goes through those, and then all of a sudden you see main character, I forgot his fucking name. Yuji. And he's like on this bridge, and then this and it's like daytime now because the whole battle was that night. And this like giant, curse or whatever comes out of the water.
Yeah.
And that's it. So it's like, what are we like? Where did the bad guys go? Right.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen next?
I don't know, but from what I've seen from like other people who have read the manga, which I haven't, I do plan on it, but I'm still reading the MHA manga right now. But once I finish that, I'm probably going to do Jujutsu Kaisen since the new season's coming out. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but once I get to that, the other people that have been talking about it say that season 3 is going to be like the craziest shit we've seen so far.
Apparently the arc is called the Culling Game.
The Culling Game?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that sounds ominous.
Yes. Expected to run 12 to 13 episodes, at least that's what it says. Based on the manga. So, yeah, so we'll just really we probably need to watch the Shibuya incident.
And just rewatch that, get freshened up on how season 2 ended.
Exactly. But yeah, so I'm very, very excited about that. We've been waiting for what? Year?
About
2
a year
years?
now. I think a year since.
Because I know it was all out when we were doing starting this podcast.
Yeah, I don't think we started watching season 2 of JJK until like the beginning of last year. So it's been about a year since we finished it, give or take.
Yeah. So either way, very excited about that. We also have, I think on January 25th is the big announcements and projects for Dragon Ball. Like that universe.
Yeah, whatever they're going to be announcing.
You go ahead.
Well, I hope whatever they do is a continuation of Super.
Yeah, and there are rumors, people saying that they're going to remake Super. And that's going to, I don't understand that. And I don't, and keep it there. They said they're going to make it more canon and stuff like that.
I'm actually okay with that.
But I don't know. We've already had it. I think that they should just move forward with it. I mean, I understand the Super Saiyan 4 stuff, and then Vegeta being Super Saiyan 3, but because of Daima.
So with the future of Dragon Ball now being Toyotaro, because Toriyama's dead, right? Like, yes, Super was something that Toriyama and Toyotaro both had a hand in. It was like both of theirs. Daima was Toriyama's last like passion project, like the last thing he really wanted to put out before he died. But the future of Dragon Ball is Toyotaro's now. Yeah. So whatever happens now, that's him. So I think it would be good. I don't know if they went back and redid it. He can make things a little bit more his, and also if he wanted to, he could like kind of confirm, like he could make Daima and Super more easily connected by having Super Saiyan 4 be an element in the new Super, right?
Because what would have to happen is like when Goku fights Beerus for the first time, right? He's gonna
he would just go Super Saiyan 4 and still get his ass kicked. Like nothing's gonna change narratively. But he'll just have an extra form,
right? Exactly.
Like he's still gonna get his ass beat, and then he'll have to get God form.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan Blue might still be a thing.
No, it will be badass to see Vegeta as an adult be Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
And then you could also have a point where you could also have a point where you get to see Super Saiyan 4 mixed with God Ki, because Super Saiyan Blue is just Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 with God Ki.
Yeah.
So and we've never seen 3 with God Ki, but I don't think
Right.
we need to. But
No.
Super Saiyan 4 with God Ki would be pretty sick. What's that
Right.
going to look like? And even if they don't bring Super Saiyan 4 into the mix at all, even if they completely ignore Daima in the reboot and they just stick to the manga of Super, it's still going to be a lot different than what you watched the first time, because they actually made so many changes from the manga to the anime in Super. They did not do so many changes with Dragon Ball Z and like the rest of the Dragon Ball series,
Yeah.
but Super took a lot of liberties with the anime and made things different from the manga.
Hi, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
This is my cat.
What's up, kid?
Jack, one of my cats. He's a good boy.
Yeah, he is a pretty good boy.
Yeah, Reese is sleeping right now. He gets a little anxious when he's in this room and the door's closed, so we don't necessarily have him in here anymore. I guess until maybe he gets a little older and less anxious. Of course, we'll try it again, but
Yeah, I liked having Reese in here
because it got to the point where he just kept whining and whining, and
Yeah.
he just didn't like being enclosed, and I can't really trust him right now wandering the house. So,
maybe one day.
yeah, one day. But yeah, I mean, when I saw that, I had, and of course, I'm not a manga expert or anything like that.
Oh yeah, and I'm not I don't claim to be an expert either, but Super is Dragon Ball is one of the mangas I've read all of it.
But I would have been super excited to continue Super.
Yeah.
Since we've already watched Dragon Ball Super like 10 times. The Tournament of Power was amazing. It was all good. And then, I wanted to see a continuation of that. But if they want to go back and remake Super, then that just means we'll have to wait longer for that if it does happen.
Yeah. But so one thing to consider too is most of the arcs that you're gonna watch, if they're completely following the manga, is going to sorry, what's this calling?
So let me just put that down.
Yeah, put that down there. Once we get to fuck. Oh yeah, if the remake of Super is going to follow the manga completely, unlike the original anime, you're gonna. God, the cat is just stabbing me.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to pull his claws in. That's the only unfortunate thing.
Hello.
He's very lovey.
Yeah, it's okay. Basically, the pacing of the show is going to be quicker because there won't be as much filler. So they're going to cut out a lot of those, like, we're not going to get like the baseball arc.
Yeah.
We're not going to get Mineta doing his trucker bit with Goten and Trunks. With the copy Vegeta. Yeah, we're not going to get that, like there's a bunch of like filler that they'll cut out to make it shorter, and they can probably trim down some of the arcs too. Like, and also they might not, I don't know, they'll probably trim the like Battle of Gods and Resurrection F arc quite a lot, just a couple episodes each, instead of being entire like 8 episode arcs or whatever. And then we'll get to see so many differences too, like the whole Tournament of Power arc. So many of the fights went differently in the manga. It's kind of crazy.
Oh.
There was also a fight between Roshi and Jiren in the manga.
Oh, really?
And Roshi pulled off this like semi, like quasi Ultra Instinct and like dodged all of Jiren's attacks. And
dude, Roshi's sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So like for things like that, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Do you know how old Roshi is? Considering Baba is his sister.
Roshi's I think like 300 or 400 years old.
See, that's what I was thinking. And like you could never pass that dude up.
Yeah.
Because of his experience. Like he did so well, even in like the Super that we watched.
Oh yeah.
Because of his experience and like his special techniques that he can use.
He did better than Krillin.
Yeah, this is true.
And honestly, I think he did better than Tien, but I think Tien lasted longer. But I think he got more eliminations than Tien did.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, okay. What about well we kind of course have to have like the Goku Black Air because do in the manga do we have two uh Zenos?
Yeah.
Because that's how we get two Zenos,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, certain things are still going to be the same for sure.
and I always love a good Future Trunks saga too, but I think they kind of downplay or like downgraded Future
Yeah, they
Trunks this time.
watered him down a lot in the anime for sure, or in Super.
So
sure.
that kind of pissed me off because he was extremely badass in the Cell Saga, but then now like in the Goku Black Saga, he looks like he hadn't trained a day in his life.
I know, no
since
muscle
then.
tone whatsoever. Dude was like super buff at the end of the Cell Saga.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know either, but okay. Well, I mean, I guess that gives me more hope. And I'm excited for whatever new video game they're going to come out with, because God, Kakarot was amazing. Even the newer one, what is it?
Sparking Zero.
Yeah. That one was really good too. I didn't play it nearly as much as Kakarot, of course, but
Yeah.
if they could do another open world one, that would be so sick.
Yeah, no, Sparking Zero was amazing, and all the different like
that one reminded me of like the older Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it was supposed to remind you pretty much of like Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yes,
like it was
and
like
I loved
it was
those
essentially just in the way that the game was structured, the combat, and like the and the way you would like get through everything. It was almost like Budokai Tenkaichi 4, kind of, But yeah, we have so many fighter games, specifically. What I want is another Kakarot, Kakarot 2, where they can do the same thing, so what I would say would be the best thing to do is, since we've got all of we got all of Dragon Ball Z and Kakarot, all the arcs and everything, and then you got DLC and expansions and stuff for like the 23rd World Tournament. I think they had one for Daima.
They had
the Android Saga one.
Yeah.
But what they really didn't do was Super. So what this would be a good opportunity to do is they could do this set in like multiple different
They only
worlds.
did Resurrection F and like Battle of the Gods.
Yeah, and they changed it tremendously.
Yeah.
And like Battle of the Gods wasn't even Battle of the Gods.
No,
it was just
like training.
It was just your way to spam level ups,
Yeah, and you could get Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah. So like you can finish the entire main game around like between level 70 to 100, right?
Yeah.
And then once you get the Battle of the Gods DLC, you immediately can go up to like 300 or something, So that's basically all that was for. And then Resurrection F was completely changed. What they did was they did Resurrection F off of the lore of the game, because in the game, as side quests, Gohan can go around and resurrect all of the villains that have been killed in the game Goku.
Yeah.
It was like Goku.
It was
or
one
Gohan.
of them. Yeah, I remember.
But basically, they could go and collect the Dragon Balls and resurrect, Zarbon, Dodoria, the Ginyu Force, Frieza, Deborah. So and so because of the lore in the game, all those guys are alive again. So they come together, and that's your Resurrection F. You resurrected Frieza in the game.
Yeah.
So what I think they could do with a Kakarot 2 is just give us Super played out in the Kakarot type open world, and then you could also
That'd be super sick.
And you could do, because Super isn't as long as Dragon Ball Z.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. So it wouldn't be as long of a game. So what you could do is have multiple timelines you can go between. You could have you could do all of Super. You could do all of GT. You could do all of Daima, and so now you have all these different timelines where you can go between and play just like Kakarot 1, but in these different worlds.
God, Daima would be so sick, to be honest with you, because there's no real like overpower aspect to it. You would be on like a level playing field with the people you're fighting against.
Yeah.
Like even like the foot soldiers.
Yeah.
Right. And getting to see like open world, the demon realm. would
Yeah,
be
that'd be pretty
super
cool.
cool. Yeah.
And then if it's a party system, like in Kakarot, I could actually get to see Vegeta and Piccolo do things.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which would be great because we love them. Gosh, where Piccolo was probably like the best dad in the entire series.
Oh yeah, Piccolo was definitely the best father in Dragon Ball. You had to admit. And then he's and then in the superhero movie with how he is with Pan,
yeah.
yeah,
I did. Yeah, I did finally watch that.
he's also the best grandpa.
Beast Gohan. I would love to see more of that.
Yeah. So, and then that's another thing. Like, so back to like what you were saying about you wishing they would just continue Super as it is. I hope so too. Like I would prefer that also because we already, like you said, we already have all of Super. Why do we need to get it again? It's not like it's that long anyway to do a remake of, unless they're just the remake is just them remaking all of the manga that they haven't adapted yet.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't really be a remake, so that's probably not it. But they have so many arcs. They got the Moro arc, the Granola arc. Frieza comes back as Frieza Black.
Yeah, and I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Because he's like up there with like almost to like a god of destruction power, right? At that point.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people definitely think so because he was able to one-shot Goku and Vegeta in their Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego forms. Like, so they were at the top of their power. Black Frieza just comes in, one-shots both of them and knocks them back down to base.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that he is at like the God of Destruction level now. And he's probably at the level of a God of Destruction. I mean, Jiren was, and Goku defeated him, way before this in the manga. But I think a lot of people also think that, like, as a narrative device, Beerus will always be stronger than them. So, like, you can say, oh, yeah, well, Beerus said he used 70% of his power against Goku back in Battle of the Gods. He was probably lying, he was probably lying.
Well, we do know, at least from what, and I'm pretty sure they've talked about this unless I read it somewhere, but Beerus is one of the strongest.
Oh yeah. He's one of the strongest gods of destruction for sure.
So, and just saying that, I mean, I could see, our characters, Goku, Vegeta, and, Frieza getting to the level of a god of destruction.
Yeah.
Just not
one
Beerus.
of the weaker ones.
Yeah.
In the manga, funnily enough, in the manga adaptation of Super, one of the differences between that and the anime, so you remember right before the Tournament of Power started, a couple of the gods of destruction tested out the arena in a little exhibition match.
Yeah, then they had to rebuild it themselves.
Right. But Beerus was not one of them. Champa was not one of them.
Right.
And what's the guy from Universe 11, Jiren's universe, the clown?
God, what was his name?
Baymod.
Yes.
Yeah. So none of those three were in the exhibition match in the anime. In the manga, Beerus was in all of them were down there, and like over half of them all ganged up on Beerus because for the same reason that the universes ganged up on Goku, because they blame Universe 7 for getting us into this mess.
Yeah.
So
that's not surprising.
Right. So half of the entire multiverse's gods of destruction are ganging up on Beerus, and he wins. They do not defeat him. So Beerus at least scales to being equal to half of the gods of destruction in the multiverse.
Yeah.
We didn't see him against. I don't think Baymod fought. Baymod kind of stayed in the back during the match, but
he's kind of chill anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But we definitely know that Beerus is equal to at least half of all the gods of destruction combined.
Yeah.
Give or take.
That's sick. Yeah, I would love to see more of that, and I would love to see Belmont step down and have what was his name, Toppo?
Oh yeah,
the god of destruction, the new god of destruction for Universe 11, because he made that decision in the Tournament of Power to be which way he's going to go. To be a god of destruction.
But I still think he would only be a god of destruction candidate, like until Baymod actually like retires. He has to fully step down. So like essentially, basically, their universe just has two gods of destruction. I'm just one with a capital G and one with a lowercase g.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Kind of like
a Supreme Kai and like a
like their assistant or whatever.
Yeah,
their apprentice. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like that also in Universe 7 with Vegeta's ultra ego form. That's him channeling the power of a god of destruction. So you could say, in essence, Vegeta's kind of in the same boat as Toppo, but the difference is Vegeta found a way to harness the power in a different way that didn't force him to like give himself to the role like Toppo did.
Yeah.
So now he probably isn't as strong as he would be if he fully became a god of destruction.
Oh yeah.
But like he can harness that power in a way, kind of skirting around the rules a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he could even use Hakai.
That would be crazy.
I'm not 100%, but I think he can.
Yeah, I would love to see Ultra Ego. Of course, we haven't seen that yet in any anime adaptation.
Yeah, manga only.
But yeah, that'd be super cool. But yeah, I would just, I guess if they remake it, hopefully that would just be more of a case for them to continue the storyline. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely, I don't know. I could see why they would want to do a remake, just to kind of clean it up a bit, because a lot of people had a lot of like issues with Super.
Yeah.
You know, so they could clean it up a bit, do the animation better. That was one of people's biggest arguments, is the animation, you know, and kind of make the story a little bit more Toyotaro's. But I'm only okay with that if by the time we finish Tournament of Power, he's locked and loaded and ready to go into all the other arcs that we haven't gotten yet.
Yeah.
But I think it would just be better to just continue Super where it left off.
Yeah, 100%. But in other news, I started watching hold on. Sorry, Kevin. Started watching Black Clover, because I've heard a bunch of good things about it, and so far it has not disappointed. I'm like 5 or 6 episodes deep. You said you're about 2 episodes deep.
Yep.
So for those of you who don't know, it's like an entire world that's where magic is the only thing that really matters, right? Everybody has some source of magic.
Yeah, but of course the protagonist doesn't have magic.
Except for the protagonist. Or I guess one of them, but the main protagonist. Yeah, he has...
Ost is the main character.
He has 0...
You know, is like his Vegeta or his Sasuke, you know.
0 magic.
Yeah.
Right. So that in itself is weird and an anomaly, because everybody, even children, have magic. And so, of course, he gets made fun of for and all this stuff. But this dude is like a super go-getter, right? And still trains like crazy. He's still like the main, like the best thing you can be is a wizard king. Like that's like the top notch, like if you want to go that route, right? Unless you're like an actual king or whatever, or like a noble. You can become a wizard king if you do something extremely triumphant, right?
Yeah.
Just like apparently the one of the wizard kings from the past like destroyed this giant monster single-handedly, and well, actually he wasn't a wizard king, but he had to do that in order to become a wizard king, and then he you know, now he's a legend. But Asta, that's his name, right? Asta.
Yeah.
Wants to become a wizard king, and he, for some reason, he wants to marry what was it, sister,
one of the nuns.
Yeah.
At their little church.
Yeah, and of course he can't. But she's known him since he was a child, so it's a little weird anyway. I kind of don't get that part, but anyway, so him and this other guy that he grew up with, what was his name? Yumi? You know? Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Daisy vibes. We're doing well. How are you doing? Thank you for watching. We're just chatting right now because we're like in between shows. So we usually talk about anime and stuff like that, Star Wars, superheroes, stuff like that. But yeah, we're in between shows right now. So
We're just kind of talking about anything right now.
yeah.
Oh, right now specifically, we're talking about Black Clover. We've never watched it before, so we're both just starting to get into it. We're a couple episodes in right now.
Yeah. So like the two, I'm going so far so good. We're just chilling.
Yep.
Chit chatting. So we like to get on here and talk to anybody that comes on, and we also are recording our podcast right now while we do this.
Yep.
So after this and after it's edited and stuff, it'll be on like Spotify and YouTube and all that stuff. So yeah, it's pretty unique, I guess. But the two main characters are like opposites, right? Because like
Oh yeah,
one is like a prodigy,
yeah,
right, and the other one has no magical power. But you know, as you get older, I think like you turn 15, you get a grimoire,
yeah,
which is like a book of spells catered specifically to you.
Yeah, to your type of magic.
Yeah. And we've been streaming since March of last year, I think, of 2025. Now we've been like recording our podcast since November 2024, I believe. But we've been on Twitch and YouTube since the beginning of last year. So yeah, it's been a good while. I think we have 26 episodes out right now, and this will be 27. Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's been fun. But the either way, when you turn 15, right, you get a grimoire.
That's what they tell me anyway. I haven't got mine yet.
Asta didn't get one.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody's laughing at him and stuff, and he feels all dark and depressed. But then when somebody, like a villain, comes in and tries to steal the fated four-leaf clover. What's up, Nick?
Yeah, what's up, Nick?
How you doing? What was his name again? The other main character.
You know.
God. So you know.
Yeah, you know.
You know. Obviously, he gets the fated four-leaf clover because all of them have like three-leaf clovers, right?
Yeah.
He gets the fated four-leaf clover, which like only nobles get apparently, or like have the opportunity to get. It's very powerful apparently. He gets that one, and so somebody comes and tries to steal it, and then Asta just, I guess, from sheer power and will, and he has no magical power. Here comes a freaking five-leaf clover grimoire, and it's said that the five-leaf clover ones are like infused with like a demon.
Yeah.
Right. And it's battered. It's like glowing dark red. It's pretty badass, to be honest with you. And he pulls out this giant ass sword, and he has like immense power at this point. And of course, he stops the villain and you know, saves everybody that was messing with them. So basically, this whole thing, he has no magical power, but he has one of the most powerful grimoires that you could even imagine.
Yeah. So the whole shtick with Asta and his grimoire, and again, I haven't like read this manga, and I don't know too much about the specifics of the story because I haven't watched the anime before. This is my first time watching. But being somebody that's kind of been in the anime side of the internet for 15 years, you know, I have read a lot about like Black Clover, you know, I've seen people talking about it a lot, other YouTube videos and such. Basically his whole shtick is that he does have a power from that grimoire. What he has is anti-magic. So everything he can do is nullify anything you can do.
So that's how he's able to like break through people's magical.
Yeah. Because it nullifies.
powers.
Yeah, because it nullifies it entirely. It's like, no magic for you.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
That's so.
And then when nobody has magic, it just comes down to these hands.
Yeah, which
And
he is pretty good. Fit.
He is, because all he could do, he had no magic, so he had like, well, I got to be tough, then at least. Yeah. So
no, I definitely like him. He's very, very energetic. I think he's a good protagonist so far, and you'll see as they go in, because they end up going into the trials to be like a magic knight.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and yeah, you'll definitely see that power come into play a lot more, and then they go on, and I'm sure you already know, but of course they're going to join the Magic Knights, and there's like different factions and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, so far it's really cool. I can't wait to watch more of it. Like I said, I've heard a lot about it. I think, of course, we're a little late to the party, but like I said before, we're in between shows.
So watching something that's been out for a while,
so might as well. So we'll be watching that a little bit more. JJK, like I said, will be 2 days. Also, another show I've been watching, and you'll be proud of me. I've been watching Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, how far are you now?
Like middle season 2, I think.
Okay. So that's a good season. That's the Darth Vader season, right?
Binging it. Well, they already had like the Siege of Lothal, or Lothal, however you say it.
Well, they're never. You're going to be seeing a lot of sieges of Lothal.
I'm just saying, like, where Vader comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of disappears and sends like 2 Inquisitors because the Grand Inquisitor already passed away. Rest his soul.
Yeah, rest in peace.
But so he sends 2 other ones in his stead because Vader, I think, is just frustrated that he hasn't captured him yet. But
did you watch Kenobi?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you've recognized some of the Inquisitors then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, it's the same ones.
Yeah.
The 5th brother, at least, is very. I liked seeing him in Kenobi. He seems a tad bit more competent in that show than he does in Rebels.
Yeah, in Rebels he's just kind of like a big brute, like the stereotypical brute. But no, it's pretty cool so far. And when we watch Ahsoka, of course, the only person we see are 2 people. We see Hera and we see Ezra.
Yeah.
Right. So, of course, I may answer my own question later on, but I don't know what happened to Zeb and what's his nuts? The other Jedi who's training Ezra.
Kanan.
Yes. Unless they're going to come into play at some point.
Yeah, so I know that, without spoiling like the show and everything, I know that all of the cast from Rebels has been confirmed to be in the upcoming Ahsoka series.
Okay, cool.
The upcoming season.
It'll be really cool to see Zeb.
Yeah, and actually,
live action.
If you were not thinking about it too much, you wouldn't have noticed this when you were watching The Mandalorian, but Zeb was in The Mandalorian.
Really?
He was. It was very brief. He was in it was, I think, season 2 or 3. Remember when the Mandalorian goes to meet with the pilot he's been talking to, that one New Republic pilot that they've been having correspondence with for the whole time?
Meets him in that
so he meets him in like a little
or whatever.
Yeah. It was a New Republic base is where they were.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least a little outfit of New Republic pilots. Zeb was one of the pilots in that bar.
That's crazy. I'm gonna have to
rewatch that scene at least. Yeah. Zeb was in that bar and he was in a New Republic pilot outfit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, he'll be back in Ahsoka season
Cool.
2. Yeah, so you'll see
Awesome.
anyone you need to see.
That is awesome.
But yeah, where you are in Rebels. So has Ezra built his lightsaber yet?
So he got the kyber crystal from the Jedi temple that was on Lothal. And all that. Yeah, I'm past all that. And right now, let me see. I just passed the point last night where Hera went back to, I don't know how to pronounce it because I watched it on mute. Right, Rothal, or her father is
Ryloth, her homeworld.
Yes, and they just got the carrier. They were just able to like commandeer the ship carrier.
Oh yeah.
The big
little
carrier,
the one that just is like a starfighter, like a fighter ship or whatever. You can dock all your fighters in. Yeah.
So that's where I left
That's an
off.
Imperial Quasar cruiser.
Nice. So yeah, that's where I left off. And also Zeb and the Agent Callus. They got stuck on.
That was such a good episode.
Moon.
Yeah, and, that was such a good episode.
I thought that was pretty awesome because they kind of like they meshed pretty well.
They did. They bonded slightly,
and now Agent Callus is kind of like, now that he's back with like on an Imperial ship, he's kind of looks like he's second guessing things
because nobody cares about him there.
Right,
he's just another number, you know.
Yeah. So, and Zeb, even before he left, he's like, we'll treat you fair. And he's like, I'll take my chances with the Empire. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, big mistake.
So, yeah, big mistake. But, of course, I'm sure you already know, but I'm hoping that something happens with that. Because Agent Callus would be a huge benefit or asset to the rebellion. So,
again, no spoilers on what happens in Rebels, but Agent Callus has also been cast and is confirmed to be in Ahsoka season 2.
Oh shit!
So
okay,
who knows what role he'll be playing, but he will be in the show.
Cool.
So whether he's been still in the Empire this whole time, maybe he's a pirate, maybe he's a rebel, maybe he's just a farmer. He just quit and just got a day job.
Yeah,
But
and that damn pirate that Ezra was working with, wasn't he?
He was from the
Clone Wars. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, this dirty bastard.
He said they mentioned one time they were talking about like some like Jedi, just Jedi in general, whatever.
Yeah,
and he might not have said it where you watched so far. Hondo's in a lot of Rebels, by the way. But at one point he makes a comment. He's like, I was friends with a Jedi once a long time ago. He's like, at least I think we were friends. He was talking about Obi-Wan.
Yeah. No, I did get that. I mean, this dude is like a master manipulator and like swindler and like silver tongue.
Oh God, yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that he survived this long.
Yeah,
he's gonna keep surviving. So it is what it is. But no, when I saw him, I just started laughing because I was like, dude, this motherfucker. But no, it's pretty awesome so far. I still need to. It's so hard watching all these shows.
I know.
Because I still need to continue Bad Batch and Andor.
Oh man, 2 of the greatest shows that have ever had the Star Wars label on it.
Yeah,
truly.
So, been busy with shows.
Yeah, and I want to be honest. I wasn't 100% satisfied with the ending of Bad Batch. It wasn't how I wanted things to end, but it was it was a fitting end for their story. Definitely worth continuing.
Yeah.
And you get to see Asajj Ventress show up in the last season.
She's badass.
Yeah. Yeah,
because I mean, at the Kenobi series, wasn't she like still alive?
Who?
Asajj.
The Kenobi series
that she was like.
The Kenobi series is after would be after Bad Batch, because Bad Batch takes place like it starts off right at the end of the Clone Wars, and Kenobi takes place 10 years after the Clone Wars. But
'Cause I remember we even talked about
yeah,
this.
so
She
it's complicated, right? So in the show, in the Clone Wars series, right, we never see her die. She was written off in a novel. She was killed off in a novel called Dark Apprentice, or Dark Disciple is what it is. So the plot of that book is, you know, the Jedi Quinlan Voss?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he was in the Clone Wars. He had a whole comic series about him back in the day. He's sick. He's like the I don't know. He's like a sick hunter looking like Jedi. So he is and he was mentioned in Kenobi. He's like with the Path now. He's like one of the founders of the Path, saving Jedi survivors. Quinlan Voss had an arc in this book called Dark Disciple, where the council actually tasked him, believe it or not, with the assassination of Count Dooku. They were like, this war is getting out of hand. Dooku needs to be stopped. We need somebody to kill him. Quinlan Voss, you are one of the
how do you spell his name?
yeah. They're like, you are one of the Jedi with low morals enough that we can trust to do this. So please kill Count Dooku. So what he does is, and he goes in as like undercover. So he basically defects from the Jedi, comes to Dooku and the Separatists and is like, I want to join you. You know, like Dooku turns him to the dark side.
Yeah.
The problem is he actually falls to the dark side. And so he becomes Dooku's like apprentice.
Yeah.
But all the while he is using the dark side. He's still going for his mission to kill Dooku, but he starts working with Asajj Ventress because who knows Dooku better than his former apprentice?
Exactly.
So they're kind of working together, and a bunch of things lead to another. It's a good read if you ever want to check it out. Asajj ends up dying. They fail to kill Count Dooku, obviously, and Ventress gets killed. And at the end of the book, Voss and Kenobi bury Ventress on Dathomir. The ending of that book is adapted in a scene in the latest animated show they put out, Tales of the Underworld. I know this a lot. There's so many things you have to watch and read to get the full picture. But so in Tales of the Underworld, they animate the scene from the book where they bury her on Dathomir. While she's buried, she's talking to the spirits of her dead sisters and Mother Talzin.
Yeah.
Mother Talzin gives her a choice and is like, you can go back. Like, you can be alive again, but you can't ever go back to Quinlan. Like, you have to give up that relationship to come back to life.
Right.
Because they fell in love. I forgot to mention
that. Yeah. I remember that. I remember because we did talk about this. Yeah.
So she can't go back to him, but she can go back to being alive if she wants. And she does go back to life. So now there's a whole thing. And then at the end of Tales of the Underworld, so she meets this Jedi youngling who survived Order 66 and is on the run. Or like maybe he was a Padawan, but he's on the run. And, you know, it is a whole complicated relationship at first. And she's trying to help him get to the path. And her motivations for that are, one, to help the kid, but two, because he mentioned that Quinlan Voss is the founder of the Path.
Right.
So it's a double-edged thing for her. She wants to find him, but then she realizes this isn't going to work. I can't go to him.
Right.
So then she ends off going off on her own thing, but he goes with her. So now she has a Jedi companion also. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I do remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I still haven't watched Tales of the Underworld. Is that on Disney Plus too?
It is.
Okay.
And then after Tales of the Underworld, or maybe it's before, it actually might be, okay, so it's after she comes back to life, but before she meets up with the youngling.
Okay.
She appears on the Bad Batch, and she does a mission or two with the Bad Batch.
That's crazy.
And she actually also is there for another purpose, to gauge whether or not Omega might be Force sensitive.
Hmm.
But yeah, Ventress has a crazy complicated history in recent years, but it's
Sounds like it.
all sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of information to swallow.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of things to watch.
Yeah.
But thankfully, you could honestly binge all of Tales of the Underworld one night before you go to bed. Every episode is 15 minutes, and 3 or 4 of them are credits.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to do that after, or maybe pause on Rebels and watch Tales of the Underworld and then go back to Rebels.
And then there's Tales of the Jedi, and then there's Tales of the Empire.
That too. Is it the same sort of thing? 15 minutes
Exact
long?
same thing, yeah.
Okay.
So Tales of the Jedi, and they each follow, they do 2 arcs, which are 3 episodes each. In Tales of the Jedi, you follow Qui-Gon Jinn and Count Dooku in their younger years, when Qui-Gon was still Dooku's Padawan.
Yeah.
And then one of the episodes, Qui-Gon's already gone, and he's a knight now, and Dooku's on a mission with Windu, and this was the mission that gets Windu elected to the High Council, I guess placed onto it.
Yeah.
And then the next episode is showing how he gets recruited by Sidious. And
Gotcha.
then the other arc of Tales of the Jedi, it's following Ahsoka's life. So it starts off with her like as a baby and living in the village that she's originally from, and how she gets found by the Jedi. And then there's a episode, like it's like a training arc episode. It shows, because they don't show it enough in the Clone Wars, but it shows how intense the training regimens Anakin put her through were,
Yeah.
and shows the parallels of why the only reason she survived Order 66 was because of how hard Anakin trained her and how hard he pushed her. And it was crazy hard for a Jedi. Like
Yeah.
most Jedi probably don't push their Padawans that hard.
It's crazy.
And then the third episode of that was her after Order 66, trying to hide herself as a Jedi, realizing that it's in her blood to help people, and she does. She gets revealed, and she has to fight an Inquisitor that we've never seen before.
Oh.
It was pretty sick. Tales of the Empire, I don't remember what one of the arcs was about. I'm not going to lie to you. But the other arc followed Barriss Offee. Remember her from the Clone Wars? Ahsoka's friend.
Oh,
She was the Padawan.
Mhm.
The one who bombed the Jedi Temple
Yeah.
and framed Ahsoka for it, and
Yeah.
then got arrested. Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy.
It shows what happens to her after Order 66. She becomes an Inquisitor.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
good
have to
stuff.
watch
These are good
I have
shows.
to watch
You
it.
have to watch these. They're so short.
Because that's pretty informative.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
You could legit, like, if you can budget an hour of your night, you can knock out each one of those shows in one night.
All depends, but I'll try.
I know, but I'm saying, just while you're sitting there in bed with
Yeah.
with the TV on mute, you know,
Yeah.
like that, you know, just
Yeah.
stay up an hour extra one night, knock out an entire show, you know, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm pretty busy now. So, yeah, I'll have to watch all that. Do we know when Skeleton Crew is going to come out for season 2? Or have they even announced that yet?
I haven't heard anything about them getting a season 2.
I would imagine they would, but
I don't know. The story's over, right? Didn't it?
Crew season 2. Oh, no official renewal yet.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get a season 2. I
So-
don't think there was anything left for them to do.
Yeah, I guess
um,
not.
They got it ended with them reintegrating into Galactic Society with the New Republic, right?
Yeah.
So I
'Cause
mean,
they had to at
yeah,
that point.
but, like, yeah. So story's over.
yeah.
Now, what happened to Jod, the ex-Jedi, the Force-sensitive pirate guy? He didn't die, did he?
No, he didn't die.
Oh, so that we could get another story from him.
Yeah.
It might not be Skeleton Crew season 2, but he
Right.
might show up again one day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so Ahsoka season 2 will be late 2026 after the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Oh man, that's gonna be so good.
Can't wait for that. Yeah.
I hope that they don't end up killing off the Mandalorian or anything,
no,
because I want him to show up in Ahsoka season 2. Because why wouldn't we
Right.
call in our Mandalorian allies to fight off against Thrawn?
Yeah, exactly.
know?
Now that they're all together.
Like I thought that was kind of always the plan. So there was originally going to be a spin-off series following the Rangers of the New Republic. So that pilot that we saw, and you remember that one mercenary chick, Cara Dune, that the Mandalorian worked with in the first 2 seasons?
Yeah.
And she became a New Republic Ranger.
Yeah.
And then she got fired by Disney for saying like some
Is that what happened?
questionable things.
I don't remember.
She posted some things on Twitter that Disney didn't like, and they fired her.
Ah.
So that's why she didn't show up for any future seasons. But initially, before that happened, she and those pilots we've been following were going to have a spin-off series called Rangers of the New Republic, and see all the things they get up to defending the border regions of the Outer Rim. And all of these shows, Mandalorian, the Rangers, Ahsoka, all of it was going to come together and culminate into one giant conclusion, which was probably always going to be Thrawn.
Yeah.
My thing is, I always thought that the Thrawn, like all of them coming together and fighting against Thrawn, I thought that was going to be a movie, but apparently the Mandalorian show is going to end on a movie, and all these combined stories are going to end in, I think, Ahsoka season 2 when they defeat Thrawn, and then they'll be free to do whatever after that, I think. But yeah, that's going to be so crazy.
Hell
but I
yeah.
definitely think the Mandalorians have to be included, at least in the final stand.
It's a whole undead army that they have to fight.
Yeah.
You know, and they can't just shoot them once like they do regular stormtroopers.
Yeah,
I mean, we
and
already saw that.
Not only that, but once Thrawn, because we saw in the Mandalorian, there's a whole Shadow Council. Not all of them, but a lot of the Imperial remnants are working together behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So in theory, he might get Imperial reinforcements when he gets back to the main galaxy also. So you might have a few different fleets of Imperial remnants coming together in addition to the zombie army.
Because right now the other members of the Shadow Council are like this whole Admiral Thrawn coming back.
Yeah.
It's just
But once he's back,
it's just a story.
right?
Yeah.
But once he's back, exactly. Now the only faction I think will not join up is General Hux's faction that's out in the unknown regions, because they are going to eventually become the First Order. So obviously they won't be involved, because then otherwise we would know about the First Order.
Yeah.
And then the sequels wouldn't have happened. So they'll probably stay on the sidelines, hidden away. But all the other Imperial remnants that aren't out there with Hux's faction are probably going to join up with Thrawn for one final stand. And then that's probably going to be why the New Republic has no idea that the First Order is out there, because they're going to think, well, we defeated all the remnants when Thrawn came back.
Right.
It's 20 years ago.
Right,
you know,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
This Star Wars is crazy, dude.
I know, dude.
So much information, just so much stuff. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Like, we could have a podcast just on Star Wars. And
I know. I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, we would probably never run out of things to talk about.
No,
because
definitely not.
everything that's out there, I've already seen it and
Yeah.
probably read most of it.
Yeah.
So like,
That's intense. But obviously, as you know, everybody, we are never going to run out of stuff to talk about.
oh, true.
So,
Yeah.
Because, we can still hit on like Marvel and DC and things like, because we've already done that.
And we haven't even scratched the surface of anime to talk about yet.
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
The different shows we've watched are just a drop in the bucket of anime out there.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm not going to watch every anime that exists because not all of them are good.
I never finished Keijo.
I don't think anyone's going to be mad at you for that.
I couldn't do it, dude. It's just not my cup of tea. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. But I think as we go forward, we're still gonna hit on these major shows that are out right now because obviously that's the popular thing to talk about. But there are many different kinds of anime that we can watch, not just shonen.
Yep, and
Yeah.
so many that are already just done and over with,
Yeah.
or a bunch of like one season animes that never got a second season that are pretty good. I've heard, you
Yeah.
know. So I mean, there's a lot of things we'll
Yeah.
always be able to talk about.
I've heard good things about Spy Family.
Yeah, me
anyone
too.
watch Spy Family?
too.
So I don't know, but either way, we're at time. I know this has been kind of a clusterfuck of an episode, but like I said, we're in between things right now. So it was nice to just get on here and just talk about random shit that we're
Yeah.
into, and we've been watching. A lot more to come. By the time we record next, we would have already started watching season 3 of JJK.
Ooh, and don't forget also
Hold on, let me see what Vigilantes comes out.
Invincible season 4 and The Boys season 5 are coming soon also.
Oh shit!
Just a few months.
Vigilantes season 2, January 5th. So it's already premiered. No way.
Really?
Yeah.
How did we miss that?
I thought it was after JJK. I mean, I knew it was going to be this month. Okay.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Well, guess we're back on Vigilantes. Vigilantes is back. We're back, baby.
Vigilantes and JJK.
What?
All right. Cool beans. And we'll, of course, keep talking about Star Wars because, God, there's so much shit I got to watch for them.
Hell yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys. We'll hopefully see you next Tuesday. And of course, this episode will be actually published on YouTube and Spotify and all that later this week. And yeah.
Thanks for watching,
See you
everybody.
later,
We appreciate it.
Anarchists. Bye-bye.
Bye.